My phone makes a cha-ching sound every time I make a sale. Could be while I'm making supper, could be while I'm sitting with my daughter, or it could be while I'm doing absolutely nothing work related. And every single time, whatever just sold, it was already delivered, the email already went out, and that customer is already inside their product. I didn't do a thing. That's not magic. That's just a really boring Tuesday when your systems are set up right. Hi, I'm Samantha. If you're new here, I'm a systems and operations strategist, and I've been running my online business since 2020. Today, I'm going to show you the actual tools I use to keep my business moving, even when I'm not. Now, it's not super fancy. It's just the stuff that's quietly running in the background while I move on with my day. So there are three categories I think about when it comes to automating admin: content, delivery, and operations. And I'm going to walk you through each one. Okay, so the first is content. The part of running a business that takes up the most time isn't doing the work, it's all the stuff around the work, right? The recording, editing, repurposing, documenting. That's where I've gained back the most hours. So for video, I use Tella. I record everything in Tella: YouTube, course content, client walkthroughs, all of it. But what changed things recently for me are the AI editing features. It can cut out filler words, it can clean up pacing, and do all of the time consuming editing work that used to keep me at my desk way longer than I wanted to be, or that I would pay someone else a high price tag to do for me. So I still review everything after I use these AI tools, but it cuts my editing time down significantly on messy Mondays when I just need to get something done and move on. If you want to try Tella, I actually have a discount link in the description. It's really what I use every single week, day sometimes. And then for documentation, I have my SOP writer tool. I sell this, but I also use it myself for my own needs. So with this tool, all you have to do is fill in your information. You describe a process, it formats it into a clean, usable SOP in seconds. So instead of sitting down to write out a whole procedure from scratch, I describe what I do, it structures it, and I've got something I can actually come back to or hand off. So if you've been putting off documenting your processes because it sounds like the most boring afternoon of your life, get it, and this helps with that. It does all the heavy lifting for you, and I'll put the link in the description if you want to check that out. Okay, so next up is delivery. This is the category that made my phone go cha-ching in the first place. So when someone buys one of my products, I don't do anything, literally nothing in the moment. The payment processes, the product gets delivered automatically, and MailerLite fires off a welcome email all without me. I set that up once and it just runs. But MailerLite does more than just send a welcome email. I have automations set up for my whole welcome sequence. So when someone joins my list, they get a series of emails introducing who I am and what I do over time without me scheduling a single one because they're automated. New subscribers are getting to know me while I'm cooking supper or hanging out with my daughter. The thing about delivery automation is it feels complicated until you set it up once. Yes, it's time consuming at the start, but then you forget it's even happening until your phone cha-chings and you get to celebrate in the moment. All right, then there's operations. Now this is where I use Asana, and it does a lot of the work for me. And honestly, this is the one that holds everything together. I use Asana rules and automations to move tasks through my workflow without me manually updating anything. So when a task hits a certain stage, it moves. When a recurring task is due, it shows up. I'm not sitting down every Monday recreating my week from scratch. It's already there waiting for me. I also use templates constantly. Every repeatable process I have lives in a template inside Asana. New video, template. New product launch, template. The goal is that I never have to think about what the steps are. I just work through what's already laid out. Okay, and then there's Zapier. Zapier? How do you say it? I don't know. Anyway, I use Zapier for exactly one thing currently in my business. Every time a sale comes in, Zapier, now I want to say Zapier. Which is it? I don't know. I keep wanting to say it differently than it actually is. Anyway, every time a sale comes in, Zapier sends a cha-ching sound to my phone. That's it. That's my whole Zapier setup. I'm telling you this because I think people hear automation and picture some incredibly complex tech web that takes weeks to build. Mine took about 4 minutes to set up, and it makes me happy every single time. You don't have to automate everything at once. You don't have to have a perfect stack. You just need a few things running reliably in the background. And over time, those things add up to a business that doesn't require you to be present for every single moving part. Now, the part that I haven't talked about yet is how I structure my actual workday around all of this. Because having the automations is one thing, but knowing what to do with the time they give you back is a whole other conversation. So I made a video on my exact daily Asana routine that walks you through exactly that. So click here and go watch that one next. All right, thank you so much for watching. I hope this is helpful for you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.